Hello! Today we'll be creating this beautiful vase featuring dancing Brolgas with ceramic paint. But before we get into it, if you love art, then check out the other lessons at our webpage at www.montmart.net. We also have links to our Facebook and Instagram pages, as well as our art club, The Creative Connection. So, let's paint some Brolgas. Okay then, well, I've finished the transferal and those lines will be pretty light, but that's okay because I have to go over them again with ceramic paint. And I'm going to apply my ceramic paint with a calligraphy dipper pen. So let's get that on. Any painting emulsion can be used with dipper pens. It just has to be thinned to the viscosity of milk. So take the black ceramic paint and thin it accordingly with water. I won't lie, this is the nerve-wracking part of the project. Traditionally, the outline is laid in with a rigger brush, and if you're confident with fine brushwork, then you can use one of these. But I find the dipper pen easier. Once the paint is thinned, I take out the dipper pen and attach the finest nib, the T5, onto it. One important technique is to test the charged pen on a scrap piece of paper until it runs smoothly, and keep using it until it runs out. Then continue the process. There will be a slight variance with the line weight, but this adds interest. Okay, well that looks pretty good. I put my sun in. The next thing we need to do before we add colour is to just clean it up a little bit. And the best way to do this is with an eraser, and I'm using the electric eraser here. So let's get these smudges off and then we can add some paint. When dry, the ceramic paint bonds well onto the surface, but ensure you are cautious to stay away from the line work. Even if it is touch dry, it will still be a little fresh. The ceramic paint is slightly translucent, so any underlying marks will be visible to a certain extent. There are essentially three tones of grey to be mixed. The first is a dark grey. The amounts are so small that it is hard to accurately articulate the ratios for the mix. So some testing will be required before you commit to adding the paint. This first dark grey lies in the primary feathers and in the legs. I lay this in with a small fine round brush. Again test the colour on a piece of scrap paper before committing to the piece. Mix 2 is the primary body colour, and it is quite blue as greys go. Brolgas are often portrayed as a droll grey, but they actually have a cool blue tinge to their hue. Again test the colour and be mindful to try and avoid going over a layer already painted in. Try to work from the top and lay the colour down in blocks. There is an image in the PDF that will outline what colour goes where. The third tone lies in the shadow areas, so one must take into account the direction of the light source. In this case, the light is emitting from the top right. pure white into the areas closest to the light, the wing leading edges and any flattish planes on the birds. This adds a dimensional quality to the painting. The dance of the Brolga is an elaborate affair involving strutting, head banging and bowing, half opening their wings, clapping their beaks and shaking. They also leap a metre into the air and fling twigs and grass around, and it's all accompanied by a loud trumpeting noise. It is interesting, Aboriginal legend explains their ritual as that of a young maiden who turned into a graceful bird because of her constant dancing. I just hope my depiction does them justice. Lastly, I add pure red into the head area. This burst of colour really adds to the painting. I carefully apply it with my smallest round brush, and once I'm happy with the red, I apply some yellow into the sun. Okay, well, I've let my piece dry for 24 hours. I've preheated my oven to 140 degrees Celsius, so now I can bake this for 30 minutes. See you next time!